Hey, so Lil Nas extension here. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna start again. Lil Nas X. So Lil Nas extraterrestrial extra experiment XP. Whoa. 7 is the name of the EP, and we're here to listen to it and give our thoughts, and we're gonna have a good time while listening to it. Hopefully, this bitch put Old Town Road on his album or this EP twice. Listen, I see what you're doing. But nah, I don't need to hear this song on this EP twice. It's only a few minutes. I don't need Old Town Road on there twice. I know what you're doing. But nah, I'll be honest. As hard as I went for the support when it came to Lil Nas X and the placement of the billboard category when Old Town Road first came out, and then Billy Ray Cyrus coming to give his support for the single and also add to his own traction, I've been excited for this EP for quite a while because I've wanted him to release something more than just Old Town Road, to show the people that counted him out that he could deliver something more entertaining than just this one hit moment. And now he has a chance to deliver that information with this new EP 7. I'm very excited to hear what he's got to deliver, and we're good. You can no longer be a rapper. You can't go back into that, all right? You've exposed yourself as a wholesome young man to far too many important white people for them to continue supporting you if you become a full-time rapper. So you got to keep this aesthetic going forever now. I hope you know what you got yourself into. We've already heard Old Town Road, both of them. And track number 2 is called Panini, released today, a little bit before this EP. Don't know why, when you could just wait for the EP, whatever. He's fucking whistling.
Hey Panini, don't you be a meanie. Thought you wanted me to go a weenie. It's a dreamy.
Wait, it's a dreamy, wasted on the genie. Fuck. Okay, this is funny. I don't know why in the back of my head I thought there was gonna be like some amazing writing here. This is a pop, country, whatever else is on this project as far as genre is concerned. It's probably more on the pop side. So I've leveled out my lyrical expectations, but that shit was hilarious. Don't be such a meanie. Thought you wanted me to blow up, now you want me to be teeny? Is that what he said? I like this, man.
Hey Panini, don't you be a me.
Oh yeah.
For me.
Alright, that first track was cool, man. I like Panini. It's so stupid when it comes to the songwriting because it's just about some chick, you know, seeing or being intimidated by his success now and, you know, wanting him to be local or wanting him to be just to her. I thought you wanted to see me blow up. I thought you wanted to see me successful. That kind of information. I like the content of the song, even though it's stupid writing, but I like the jingle. I like the melody here. Still a traditional kind of what you would normally get hip-hop type beat, I guess, as far as the foundation of the track with the hi-hats and the snares and the bass drops in the background. But I do like how when we're listening to this track, his vocals aren't that like extremely strong. Like, he's not a bad singer at all to me, but he's not this amazing singer either. And having those instruments support his voice when we get to the hook, I think acts as just such a great support system for his voice. It makes it feel like the song is actually being performed live when it isn't. Like I'm actually there and I'm receiving the energy. He doesn't go into the upper register of his voice too much. He's not really treating it like it's like that deeply of an artistic project. I'm into the first song, right? I don't know who's fucking whistling. You need to stop it. Track number 3 is Family, You and Me. Well, it's A with a 9. Okay. We've completely eliminated the hip hop. Nah. Yeah, that track was like ass. But the thing about it was so short that it shouldn't have been ass, you know? And I think that's going to kind of be his method for these tracks, is that like it's probably going to be to their advantage to keep them shorter, because I think he's aware of how old the demographic who he kind of catered to with Old Town Road and the lack of attention span that many people have right now. It's probably best to grab their attention quick and do what you got to do as far as the instrumental is concerned, as far as your vocals are concerned, hit them hard and then get out. But there was very minimal writing to that song. And I think, you know, sometimes it's good to get out of there early, but sometimes I think you can build upon a song. And I think like the actual premise of the song, even though it's simple, it doesn't like build. It just kind of Okay, pretty predictable rock type track that you might get at the intro of a fucking Nickelodeon movie on Teen Nick, late at night at some point back in 2007 or some shit. I was told beforehand that Travis Barker would be on the drums for one of these tracks, and I believe this is the one. You can definitely hear him, but I don't think this track is it at all. Track number 4 is Kick It.
To me, see you wanna move, but we was cool, now don't forget it all. Check TL, I see your face. He was the dropping days. My big sister love you, nigga.
It sounds very live and in person.
You ain't got no telling, nigga. Mo up in my pinky toe.
I do like the very generic 808 going on, mixed with the what feels like the energy you'd get from live instrumentation on that track. And I do like the subject matter of that song, as far as we're talking about. You got a guy who's hitting your line, and he goes from this guy who's like obviously doing something to suit his needs and suit his best interest, and transitioning into a hater, kind of giving you a time frame as to when you'll fail, completely shifting the energy because you're not responding in the way that you used to because you are in a different position now. Still, even though that song has those elements going for it, I don't like a song like that, man. I don't. It's really his voice on this track that just does nothing for me. It's so dead. There's nothing really going on vocally here, and that's really what kills it for me. Not the instrumental, not the feeling of live instrumentation going on, not the grand finish of it, in my opinion. It's really him. Like, his dead delivery is what's killing this track for me. Track number 5 is the one that most people have been waiting for, which is Rodeo. And I did hear a snippet of this one on Twitter. Did not expect a Cardi B feature, but we'll see where it goes. I love that. I love that. Oh my God!
You would know how to talk if I gave you everything and everything. I'ma call you later on, baby girl. Don't you forget. Might go and have some sex like cigarettes.
Ew, we might go and have some sex. Saying have some sex is just nasty. It's like, oh, you want to go watch some TV. Like, no, we're watching the whole fucking TV. Unless you plan on being interrupted, don't ask somebody for some sex. Then he said we're gonna get lit like cigarettes. Fuck! I know, okay? He's not a lyricist. He's not a rapper. It's just funny. That is so addicting.
Gunshot, thought you heard about me, must not. I'm hard like I'm a Dello. Can't be no nigga. Acting oxygen, my favorite show is snaps. Nah, you know how.
A rocky relationship that seems comparable to that you'd experience from a rodeo. Kind of like a obstacle course in a way, and the relationship is kind of got its obstacles. Again, I'm gonna be honest with you, the songwriting here is absolutely terrible. But this track is another combination of like trap music and country. Elements of both are kind of infused together, and it makes for an entertaining or more surprising listen. Elements, like I said, that just keep me hooked. So yeah, I'll definitely come back to it. Track number 6 is Bring You Down.
The media's calling, no baby, that's TMZ. Wanna bring you down. I dug up your past, I don't know.
Yeah, these tracks that are a bit more rock inspired, not really doing much for me. I wanted to, just like a lot of people try to give Logic credit for when he made that Supermarket soundtrack, and people to this day still loved giving people like XXXTentacion tons of credit for having elements of other genres of music in his foundation of rap and hip-hop. It was never taken far enough, and when they did emulate those sounds and those styles, they were always reminiscent of people that had done it decades before them. And the track is really self-explanatory. It's literally him trying to ruin somebody's rising, stardom. You can see somebody coming up, you see someone doing well, and you want to fuck it up. And that's what this track basically is. But and it does fit the vibe. It does fit the aesthetic of this song. I just feel like this emulation of this style, this emulation of this genre, or him just doing his own take on it. I just feel like it's so shallow. And I guess that's really my issue with the rock inspired cuts on this EP, is that they're just really shallow and they don't really step into new ground. Sounds like some shit they'd be playing in a bar. And if you're meeting people in a bar, you know, step your life up. And the final track on this EP, Old Town Road, is technically the final track, but we're gonna stop at number 7 because we've heard Old Town Road about 700,000 times. Closure.
I want and I need.
What song is that from? And you know what I want when I get home. Is that the fucking is that from What a Time to Be Alive? I think it is. I think that's like Drake inspired.
It's like it's always what you like. Ain't no more acting, man. That forecast say I should just let me choose and I'll go.
Is that him singing? Alright, that was Lil Nas X with his 7 EP that has Old Town Road on it fucking twice. And I'm just kinda meh. Now, this isn't hate or anything for Lil Nas X, because I think the dude has some talent, and he definitely showed versatility by making a country trap song with Old Town Road, and also adding Billy Ray Cyrus to the mix. I think added so much traction, and I think with this EP he's trying to briefly explain to people that I'm more than just the song that popped off. But with this EP, I feel the shock value is going to come more from the fact that he's trying to include so many different genres, even though those genres or those emulations or those styles in this project aren't very you know, beyond surface level. They're pretty shallow, they're pretty basic when it comes to the inspiration. He's not stepping into new territory or new ground when he's trying to emulate these styles. They seem more like just imitations of music we've heard already in the past, as opposed to something that he's taken from, added to, and then pushed to new heights. So I don't really know how I'm feeling when it comes to the cuts on here that are a little bit more genre inspired, like some of the futuristic songs, some of the rap, when it comes to some of the rock and roll. But I mean, there's melody here, and I think there's hope for the dude when it comes to the melodic element that this EP offers. I do like how he's aware of his demographic, but at the same time, I don't really know how this music is going to propel him many places. I know people are 100% gonna play it, but the shock value, I think, is what was there for Old Town Road. You also had the fact that so many people out of nowhere were giving it traction because it became a part of a viral kind of challenge. It was kind of new and fresh for people that don't listen to country rap fusion that much, and they were kind of exposed to something that they felt was new. And they also had a reason to support it because it was in some way banned or taken off of the appropriate spot. So people wanted to support it that much more based off that. And people felt like there was racial tension at the same time, so even more of a reason to support the track. But this EP, I don't know, will garner the same amount of attention because, for one, there's not going to be that many people that are going to try to hold it back from reaching any kind of success. Two, I don't know how many people are going to be listening to these singles when it comes to being introduced to something new. Like, if you like rock music and you hear one of the rock cuts on this project, I don't think you're going to be like, wow, that's new. If you're a rap fan and you hear some of the rap cuts or rap inspiration on this, you might be surprised, but it might not draw you in or make you want to listen more. I think if you're an overall music fan and you're into melody, some of these tracks do have it, like Panini. Old Town Road is in there for me, and the Billy Ray Cyrus cut. I do enjoy those. And I also enjoy Rodeo with Cardi B. I think that's pretty cool. That's a little bit futuristic and also kind of maintains a very country and trap foundation. But the other songs don't really put Lil Nas in any kind of new light, and I don't see them propelling him into new heights. Again, this is just an EP that shows, you know, what he's capable of before we get a full-length project. Maybe he's experimenting with some sounds and trying to figure out, based off the reception of this EP, where he should go for a full project. That's something that's possible. It could be just an experimental type of thing for him. But yeah, I'm feeling really indifferent towards this project. You take away Old Town Road and you're left pretty much with Panini and Rodeo, in my opinion. I do like the cover art, if I forgot to mention that, and I do like how he interpolates elements of his own life when it comes to dealing with people from his past and dealing with relationships, dealing with the, you know, mental kind of confusion that comes with becoming a rising star and what that does to the people around you as far as your love life is concerned. We got multiple tracks about that here with Panini, with Closure. So, I mean, hey, if you like this, you love Lil Nas X, I don't really see why you wouldn't love this project. But if you are an overall music fan, you like more types of music than just one, and you're experienced in those genres, then this might not do that much for you, as it's a very shallow kind of experience, not only lyrically, but when it comes to emulating those other genres that many other people hold near and dear. You might look at this and just laugh. So that's really all I have to say. Lil Nas 7 EP, somewhat enjoyed it. Cool in some spots, not so cool in others, but hey, you know, I mess with dude. I think he's a positive person. I think he's doing his thing right now, and I have no reason not to share my support. If I see things that I like, Panini and Rodeo with Cardi B are my faves here, so that's what I'm gonna be playing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time, and I'm out. Just peace.